The opening shot of our film gives the audience a lot of useful information very quickly. From this shot alone, they can tell that she is lazy, as she is in bed in the middle of the day. She likes food because of her costume, cares about her skin because she's wearing a face mask, likes TV because she is watching TV, and likes superheroes because of the posters in the background. This gives the character massive development in a few seconds, and short films usually aim to do this. Their short time span restricts the amount of time they can use on character development, and so they will try to introduce as much as possible in the opening shots. Usually, short films are set in an ordinary everyday setting as they are more relatable to the audience and it's easier to film with a small budget. We followed this to an extent by filming in a supermarket. However, supermarkets are not very common in short films, and so it is fairly unique while also following conventions. We used camera shots to help portray our story in an appeasing way with continuity between each shot, which would be expected from almost every other type of film, including comedies and short films, such as mid-shots and reaction and two-shots. Most short films have a simplistic font with a theme that suits the film, and our film follows this convention by having a simple title with an entrance effect. We decided to play it over a part where Lucy transitions from one room to another, so that the user can read the title without missing out on any other information, as it is just a transition between rooms. Our film contains a lot of intertextuality, such as the Galaxy adverts seen in songs such as Hungry Eyes. This is not commonplace for short films, since they usually contain single jokes within context of their own story. Although we followed conventions for a majority of our film by having simple cuts between shots and using picture correction techniques such as hue and colorization adjustments, we also broke some conventions by referencing other editing styles such as Edgar Wright's as a comedic pop culture reference, which isn't usually found in short film. In our film, we only needed around 2 main characters as well as a couple side characters, which is common within short films as they do not have enough time to introduce lots of characters and so tend to just stick to a few. Here is a good example of our usage of both costume and props in our film. Firstly, the costume shows the audience that the character has been exercising, and the yoga mat shows that the exercise she is doing is yoga. This follows codes and conventions, as short films will often use props and costumes to help portray characteristics and develop the story visually. The story of our film is about a girl who is very hungry and has absolutely no food in the house, suggested by her stomach growls earlier and how she is looking in the kitchen through cupboards. The opening scene of our film has a girl excitedly going down the stairs whilst feel-good classic pop plays in the background, which sets the audience in a mood ready to watch a fun comedy film. Most short films would aim to set the mood of the film correctly during the opening, as having an off-tone film can ruin the entire watching experience for the audience. This is a simple concept, and most short films have a simple concept, as they do not have much time to portray a complicated story, and even though they are short, it is still a film, and so it needs to be resolved by the end.